Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dinesh Tatia and today we are going to see typecasting. Hope you have gone through the earlier lectures in which I have explained you the numerical type of data types, in which we have seen the different numerical type of data types like integer, float, then boolean and complex. Now we are going to see typecasting. What is typecasting? Typecasting is a process of changing one data type to another data type. Okay, so it's a process of changing one, sorry guys, one data type to other. Like I am changing integer type of data type to float or to boolean or to complex. Similarly, I can change the data type of float to integer or boolean or complex. In this, there is one more type of data type in which we can convert. I have not explained you till now. In the next lecture, I am going to explain. That is a string type. Although I can write it here, we can also change it to string, string, string type of data type. Okay, we just have to add this apostrophe and we will change it to string type. So similar way like boolean to integer, like that we can do it. Okay, so so typecasting is a process in which we change integer to float, boolean, complex or string, or similarly float to integer, boolean, complex or string. Okay, so as we have seen in the earlier video, in the last video, what we have seen that uh, like a is equal to 5, and if we use the type function of a, it will give us integer type of data type. What is the data type of the value of the variable that it gives me? Okay, the type function. Now now suppose if a is equal to 5, okay, and b is equal to float of a, means suppose I required float value, float type of data type. So what I will do, I will write float of a variable which on which I have to do the change, means which I have to change from integer to float. So b is equal to float of a. So now if I do print b, value will so the value will change from 5.0 5 to 5.0. Remember, float has a decimal value, and as there is no further value in this, so it will become 5.0 to show that it is a float value. Okay, for another example, if a is equal to 24 and b is equal to float of a, it will become, so, and if I do print of b, it's become 24.0. Okay, this is the importance of data type, typecasting. Let us see the example. uh, Typecasting. Okay, so in the typecasting we will see convert convert integer to float. Okay, so now suppose a is equal to 5 and b uh, print print a. Now I have to change from integer to float. So what I will do, b is equal to float of a, and if I print it, print b, and also I want to see the type of b as I have changed something. Okay, so now you can see the a is equal to 5, print a is 5. Now I have changed it from integer to float using this typecasting. Okay, so b is equal to float a, and I have do the print b, and it become 5.0. And if I have to check the type, and type become float. If I do the type of a, okay, it's not giving me the type of A. Let me take it here. So it will be type of A. See, type of A is integer. Okay. So now you can see that just a second, guys. Now you can see how we can change the data type from integer to float or float to integer. That we will see in the further lectures. Okay. Now we go. Now suppose I have to change the type from float to integer. Okay, suppose I have to change from float to integer. Suppose my value is A is equal to 25.24. Okay, suppose my value is 25.24, and if I write B is equal to integer of 25.24. Now see guys, there is one catch here. Okay, here the value is 25.24. So when it convert to integer, integer doesn't have a decimal value. So there will not be any 24 here. So what it will do? It will do round up. Okay. So there are two options. It will go to the higher side, means at 26, or at the lower side 25. So what Python do? It will goes to the lower side. Okay, it will give us the round off and it will go to the row side. And if I do print B, it become 25. Okay, it become 25. Even if my value is equal to 25.99. Okay, if I do B is equal to integer of integer of num, and if I do the print, it become 25 only. Okay, so this is the importance of this is the things to remember. Okay, these are the things to remember. Now okay, so now we will see the practical of it. So suppose my value num float to int. Okay, suppose number is my 25.24, 42. Let's take a 42, and if I want to convert it to the integer, so num int is equal to integer of num. Okay, let me print this, print num integer and type of. Okay, see, it become 25. Okay, so when we have converted this, see, this num is a float type. If I see the type of num is float, see, the type of num is float, 25.42. It has a decimal value, so it is a float. Okay, now we have converted this float into the integer using this function. Okay, int function. Now when we print it, it becomes 25. It becomes a round off and goes to the lower value, next lower value. Very important thing, next lower value. Okay, it goes to the 25. Now suppose again I will take an example of num float is equal to 25.999, and if I do num int, okay, num in is equal to integer of num underscore float. Okay, now if I do the same here, print of this and type of this. See, as I told you that it goes to the minimum. Okay, sorry, near lowest near to the value. So it's 25.999. It goes round off and it goes to 25. This is a very important concept whenever you do this data analysis and data science stuff. Then such things can come around, and you have to remember this thing, that this is the way things will happen. You do practice, a lot practice is required, and it will means it's not that tough, because every time you have to use such things only. These are the basics of Python. So on the daily basis you have to do everything. Okay, so this is not a difficult thing. Just you have to remember that okay, there are such things present in the Python which helps me from converting from integer to float, or float to integer. Okay, such things you have to just remember, nothing else. You will get rid of it. That's not an issue in that also. If you will not catch nothing, no worries on that. Just do practice on a daily basis, you will get everything. Okay, or I will bring you some projects also. There are some fantastic projects which I am going to bring you for the Python. Just wait for this basics get completed. When the basics will get complete, I will give you the projects. Some very interesting projects I will share with you. Okay, I have number of projects which we can do for the practice. Okay, now we go for the complex. Now for the complex, okay, suppose I have comp is equal to complex of 24, 25. Okay, so if I do comp, it becomes 25.0j. See, there is no imaginary. Okay, there is no imaginary. In the previous lecture, like we have seen the example 5j, there was no real number. Here there is no imaginary. So this complex become 25 plus 0j. What is this 25? 25 is the integer value. So we have converted here from integer to from integer to complex. Okay, so this is what we have done. Okay, so we have converted integer to complex. Just we have used see, this is a very easy thing. In the typecasting we have in which data type you have to convert. You have to convert float, write the float, and use this parenthesis, and put the variable inside the parenthesis. Just write float and two bracket, and inside the name of the variable, convert it. It's a simple thing, no issue on that. It's a very simple thing. And if you go for the boolean, okay, as I have told you, the boolean is for true and false. So suppose a is equal to bool of 1. What will be the answer, guys? If you remember, if you have seen the last video, then pause the video and think about it, what will be the answer. Okay, so the answer will be true, as boolean bool 1 is true, or bool non-zero is true. Okay, and if I do bool of 0, it become, what it will become, it will become false. Okay, it will become false. So hope you have gone through it. One more thing we can do. Suppose I have to change from boolean to complex. Okay, so complex of true. Okay, what will be the answer, guys? Just think about it before jumping into further videos. Pause the video and think about it. What will be the answer? Okay, so the answer will be 1 plus 0j. Okay, why 1 plus 0j? Because true is 1, and there is no imaginary value, so it is 0. Okay, this is as simple as this. It's a very interesting, and this means it's give a very pleasant, that okay, yeah, now this is the thing. Okay, so complex, using the complex, we have changed boolean to complex using the complex function. Okay, hope you have understood the guy. Hope you have understood this. So do practice, do more and more practice by your own, and you will get to know it. Okay, thank you.